everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Dania Marie and today we'll be attempting the Bratz challenge. And this definitely is a challenge for me because I've never done anything like this before. Like, these eyes were so much work. But I knew for sure that I wanted to do the Bratz Genie Magic dolls. So I'm kind of following this look right here. I obviously didn't follow it like exactly to the look. I added my own things here and there, which I think is totally okay. And I didn't want to do the actual like anime eyes that a lot of people are doing. It's really cool and it's like super awesome that everyone is like, you know, being super artistic and creative and like doing all those looks. I personally just felt like I gravitated more towards like the more natural looking Bratz look. So I still have like a little bit of like the Bratz thing going on. I actually just made it slightly more natural than the full like drawing in like the white underneath the eyes and everything. I might attempt that later, but for this look I really wanted to keep it a little bit more like sultry, I guess I want to say. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did for this look. I wanted to keep it a little bit more like genie-esque, you know what I mean? Actually, with the eyes, I'm pretty proud of the eyes. They're pretty cool. So before we get started, don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, comment down below, and hit the bell for notifications so that you guys don't ever miss whenever I post a video. And if you'd like to know how I attempted the Bratz challenge, please keep watching. Okay, so today I'm doing something a little bit different with the video. So I usually don't do, or I guess I just haven't done foundation in a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the foundation on camera today. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my foundation and basically the entire face and skin routine right now. And then I'm gonna go off camera, do the one eye like I usually do, and then come back on and show you guys how to do the other eye. So yeah, let's get started on the foundation. So like I'm having a little bit of like a breakout here in my chin area. So I really wanted like something heavy duty. Plus a Bratz doll is a doll, so you want something that's super like full coverage. Before we do that, I had already actually applied the MAC Cosmetics matte cream. It's this one right here, just to control my oil a little bit. But I also like to go in with the Benefit Cosmetics. This is the Professional Pro Balm, and this minimizes the appearance of pores. This is just like a little tester that I had, and I ended up really liking it. So this, I usually just put it around this area, this area right here. Just in these. I do have a little bit of like porridge here in the nose area. So now I'm going to go in with a foundation that has been pretty full coverage for me and has really kept my face pretty matte. I'm surprised at how matte it has actually kept it. Besides the Tarte Cosmetics, no other foundation has really kept my face as matte as this one has. This is the Beauty Bakerie Cake Mix Foundation. This is in the shade number 35. And this actually does, as you're applying it, dry on pretty quickly. So what I like to do is just do one side at a time. So I'm going to take a pump of that onto my brush. This is a Real Techniques buffing brush. I love to use this for foundation. It's just a really fast application. So I'm taking some here and blotting that on my face on this side, and then I'm gonna start to blend this out. My hair just doesn't want to stay away from my face today. And before I applied this and some of the primer, I did prep my skin with some moisturizer. Always make sure that you prep your skin before you put anything on it. Yeah, so this, make sure you do it pretty quickly. My chin just decided to like break out today. I'm not really sure why. I'm just going to apply a little bit of face mist to kind of bring all of the foundation and product in the face together, kind of just blend it all together. So this is the Pearl Essence Aloe Rose Water. This is a soothing face mist. So I just like to do a few pumps of this just to bring everything together. So I'm going to go in with my Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light Neutral. Apply some of this here. I also like to apply the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade Sand. And I like to put some of this right underneath. It's not as drying and it's slightly more darker, maybe like a shade darker, so it kind of blends everything well together. Now we're going to go back in with some of that aloe rose water, and I'm just going to do another spray of this on my face. So before I move on to setting my under eyes, I'm going to go ahead and do the contouring first. So I'm taking the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo, and I'm going to take the darker side, whatever color that one is, because it's not telling me. So I'm going to take the darker side right here. I'm going to go pretty dramatic with the contour too, because the Bratz dolls have them super dramatic. So I'm also going to take it a little bit higher than my usual contour line, because this carves the face a little bit more, like in a more dramatic way. So I want that kind of dramatic contour. So I'm going to take it from up here. And then just swoop it in. On the forehead. And then the nose, you really want to make sure you contour it well. You want that little button doll nose, so I'm going to contour the little tip here, sides. I'm going to go ahead and start blending out this contour here. Now I'm going to go in with some setting powder. I'm going to take the Ben Nye Luxury Powder. This is their banana powder. Strongest stuff I know. I've had it for like ever and it's still one of my favorites. I'm going to take some of that and apply it underneath my eye here. So while this bakes, let's go ahead and set our contour. I like to always go over any cream contour that I do just to intensify it a little bit. Although it doesn't look like this one needs that much intensifying, but let's go ahead and do a little bit. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. There it is. I'm just taking a mixture of all three at the bottom. Specifically the middle one, that's like my favorite one. Just lightly applying some here. So now I'm just going to dust this all off. This is a Sigma Powder Sweep F06 brush, and I'm just going to sweep all of the powder off of my face. Okay, so I think I'm going to hold off on highlight until we do the eyes and everything. But for right now, I'm going to add some blush. This is the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Justify My Love. I did kind of crack it a little bit. I'm really sad in the corner, but this is it right here. I'm just applying some to the apple of my cheek and then lifting it up. Okay, so that's pretty much it for skin. I'm going to hop off camera really quick, do the other eye, and then come back and show you guys on the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, so I can't believe I'm about to do all of this on the other side. So this eye look has like a lot of different palettes. I use maybe like 3 different palettes, maybe 4, not really sure. But Like always, we're gonna go ahead and take the Tarte Shape Tape concealer to prime my eyes. I'm gonna apply some there. My brows are out of control in this video, so I'm really sorry. Let's put this all over the eye. This is the ColourPop Cosmetics and Disney Designer Collection palette. This is the It's a Princess Thing palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Chip right here. I was honestly so nervous to do this look. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do or how it was gonna come out. I was really contemplating whether I wanted to do like the white in the inner corner of my eye, but I feel like that really made a difference because it is a Bratz challenge. I feel like you do have to add like a little bit of like creativity to it. We're gonna stick to this palette, and I'm gonna take a pencil brush. This is the Mikasa Beauty pencil brush, and now I'm gonna go in with the shade Grumpy right here. So this goes really high up, almost like touching the brow. And you're basically just gonna start to trace where everything's gonna be carved. So just like this. This is like above the crease, near the brow bone. I'm gonna take it up like that, and then I'm gonna swoop it out. Just like that. So since this is a Bratz doll look, you want to open up your eye a little bit more, which means you need to basically lift everything up, like maybe a level up on your eye so that your eye can appear bigger. So everything that you do normally on your eye, you kind of just want to lift it up. This is a Mikasa E320 brush, and I'm just going to use this to start blending this out. Basically what I did was I packed on the color, and now I'm just going to kind of blend it out and make sure that it's diffused. So what I learned about doing this eye look once I did this eye is that everything looks super ugly until the end. I kept doing it the entire time that I was like practicing this eye, and I hated it. Like I almost gave up halfway. I was ready to just like quit and just like forget about it and like not even do this video. But after I started doing like the bottom lash line, that's when everything kind of like started to come together. So if you're doing this eye and you feel like it just looks like crap, just like hold off until the end, until you really put everything together, and then you'll see that it looks good. This is a Morphe M14 brush. So I'm going to take this Juvia's Place Warrior palette. So I'm going to take the shade Kano, I believe it's pronounced, this one right here. I'm going to take that Morphe brush, and this color is just going to be blended right here, slightly below where we added that first shade. You're kind of also just blending it into that first shade as well. Remember to keep it up, don't bring it too low, because we're still keeping everything pretty high. So just follow that exact line that you traced out with the first shade. Basically just blend everything in. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, and I'm taking the shade, Fudge right here. And this is the lightest touch, because you don't really want too much of this shade. I'm taking that same Morphe brush, and this I'm going to start in the center right here, and we're just going to blend this right below, right above the crease, basically right below where we applied those other two shades, and right above the crease line. And this shade you really want to make sure that you blend in, because it is more apparent than the others. It's a darker shade, so there is more room for error with it. This is just to define the line, really. That's why I chose to go in with this color as well. Ooh, this is the fun part, guys. We're going to cut the crease. So basically what we're gonna do is, what I did first was I grabbed some and I stamped some right here, and then I looked up. So that tells you where your usual crease ends. Now I took it a step up and I kind of put it slightly above where my actual crease line is, because I wanted it to really show on my eye and be like dramatic. So I am just taking that up a little higher. So you're not going to cut the crease on your lid, you're going to keep going. You're going to flick it out. You're basically going to follow that line that you created with the shadow. So right now I'm basically just stenciling it out, and then I'm going to go back in and define it. Okay, let's go ahead and set that. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here to set the concealer that we just used to cut the crease. I'm going to stay with this Sultry palette, and I'm going to take the shade Rose Quartz right here. And this is basically just going to go all over where we cut the crease. When I was little, I used to have the little like Bratz head dolls, like the little heads that you could like do their hair and like do their makeup. And I think I had the Yasmin doll because that was like my favorite Bratz. And I used to like do her hair all the time, and I thought I was like so good at makeup because I used to like do her makeup and stuff. And yeah, I used to love Bratz. Like I used to have a Bratz karaoke machine. I used to have like Bratz like suitcases. Before we start the eyeliner, I am going to go in with a really thin pointed brush. This is a Mikasa E310 brush, and I'm going to take this shade called Dystopian, I think it's called, and I'm basically just going to follow, ooh, I'm already nervous, the line here where we carved. Bratz have a very defined and dark crease line. I'm just lightly feathering over that line there. And we'll come back and darken that up later. So I'm taking the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. And basically what I'm going to do is, I gotta bring this closer guys, if you see it in the shot I'm really sorry. But basically I'm going to start in the center. And then I'm basically going to follow the line that we carved with the concealer. And honestly, I took it all the way out to the brow. Oh yeah. I took it all the way out to the brow like that. And you're basically just connecting that back. This is the Sigma Gel Wicked Eyeliner, and I'm going to take some of that onto a very small angled brush. This is a Sigma Winged Liner brush. Just going to grab a little bit of that, and I'm going to fill some of this eyeliner in. So I'm going to go back in with that Sultry palette right here. And we're going to take the shade Noir, this very black shade right here. And I'm going to be taking a Bee Bella pointed crease brush. Slowly start to diffuse this tail right here. So I basically just went in, like I went in with this tail. And I start to smoke it out like this. And you can start to flick this up, because the wing will become a part of that little thing that we created from the beginning. I'm gonna go back in with that shade Dystopian or Dystopian. Start to define that line again. I'm also going to trace a thin line with the tattoo liner from the edge of that black wing to about halfway, just like that. There you go. And I'm going to go back in with that, grab some of that dystopian mixed with the noir and just diffuse this line a bit. Next, for that empty part that we left right here in the inner corner, I'm going to go in with the shade Pearl. It's right here, the shade Pearl in the Sultry palette. And this is going to go right in that empty space in the inner corner, right here. Bring that all the way down. So I'm actually going to take some of that Sigma Wicked Gel Eyeliner, grab a little bit, and this is only going to go in the outer corner of my lower lash line. Okay, so now we're going to create this little white dip that I created here in the front. I'm going to take my eyeliner here, and I'm going to go from my normal inner corner line and just kind of extend it out. I'm going to take some of the NYX retractable eyeliner. This is just in the color white. And I'm basically going to add some in my lower lash line where we didn't apply the black. Just continue it the rest of the waterline with the white eyeliner. Wherever we carved here, I'm just like lightly putting some to not mix it with the black. I'm taking this smaller brush and brushing some on to that. And I'm coloring this little part in. We can go back and define the black lines later. Okay, so now we're going to smoke the lower lash line. And we're going to do that with that same shade Noir in the Sultry palette. Going in with that Bella pointed crease brush and just starting to smoke that basically on the lower lash line. This is very dramatic, so feel free to go in pretty heavy with it. Kind of filled that in a little bit, so now I'm going to go to the next hard part, which is drawing these little lashes below over here and trying to get them the same. It's going to be so fun. I'm going in with that same Kat Von D tattoo liner. Okay, so we kind of matched them on the other side. They're slightly different, but not too much, so I think I'm okay with it. So I'm going to go over this little point one more time with the liquid liner. So it's time to put the lashes. So I'm using these lashes. These are by Pro Beauty Essentials. It's called Lashes for Days. These are the Glam Wispies. This is what they look like. They are super dramatic and extremely wispy, like dramatic kind of wispy. I will be stacking some lashes, so these aren't the only lashes that I'm going to be putting on. So I'm also going to be putting, these are the Bullface Makeup Muse Collection lashes in the style Lashes Out. I'll be stacking these on top of the first wispies that I'm putting. I'm going to apply those first lashes, and then for lashes with this look, on the ends, I'm applying them a little bit higher up on my lid so that it can extend over the higher eyelid and like lash line that we created. So I'm going to go in with it here And then this, I'm placing slightly higher. And then I'm placing the Bold Face Makeup lashes right on top. So we're just stacking them. Now I'm going to go with my L'Oreal Telescopic and apply some to my bottom lashes. So now we're going to move on to highlight. So I'm going to go in with this highlighter from the Becky G and ColourPop Cosmetics collaboration. This is in the shade Chisme. I'm going to apply some here. Pretty much now we're going to move on to one of the other hardest parts of this look, which is the lips. So I'm going to take, this is the Kylie Cosmetics Candy K lip liner. So this is the color right here. So her lips are outlined. If you know, like one of the go-to lips for the Bratz is that they have a darker lip liner, like almost always have a darker lip liner, and then they have like a glossier, lighter lip color inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my lips, like extremely overline my lips for this, because as you know, the big thing with Bratz is that they have huge luscious lips. So I'm going to go ahead and do my best and try to create these nice full plump lips. So it definitely looks like her lips are a little bit more glossy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over my lips really quick with a very light kind of nudish pink. And then I'm going to go over it with like a gloss that's more of like a pinkish shade. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa Collection Liquid Lipstick in the shade Clo Money. Okay guys, so this is pretty much the final look. The only thing that I did differently off camera was that instead of doing that whole combination that I was talking about, I pretty much just went back to the first thing that I did, which was outline my lips with the Candy K lip liner by Kylie Cosmetics. I actually just went in with this lip gloss by the Disney Designer Collection with ColourPop Cosmetics. This is the gloss called Beverly. So I just went over that really quick, very lightly, not even too much, because I just wanted to give it that like shine, but I didn't want to make it too glossy. I definitely added like my own style to it, so like the lips are a little bit different, and the eyes totally like went to like a different thing than what I had planned, but I ended up liking it, so that's okay. And then the jewelry, I obviously went a little bit extra with it because that's just me and I like to add more bling to everything. So yeah, don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, comment down below, and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss whenever I post a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really liked this video. I really hope you like this video because I worked really hard on it. This was like one of the hardest things I've ever done. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!